So in this lesson, we're going to see nesting function. Nesting function is nothing but it is a function can be used as an input to another function. So far we have seen so many single row function, right? Now here we're going to see about the nesting function. Before we start this nesting function, I'm going to create a table first. Okay. First I will be ensure whether I have this table or not. Okay. So it's just dropping my table. Okay, I'm going to create it again in front of you for to understand you better. So here see, I created a table called address. My table name is address, and under this address table I have a full underscore address is my column name, and I give the data type as varchar2 of 70. What does mean by 70 is maximum it will hold 70 characters. And I insert some three different addresses in the address table. The first address is Santa Barbara, CA some 567876. Likewise, I have inserted three different addresses into my address table. I'm going to execute the query now. Okay, now I'm going to commit my record. So this is a short form for committing our record for permanent saving in our database. Then see here, you already know what is instr function. So before going to see this function, first I will tell you what is my target. See here, I'm just showing my table. Select star from address. You can also execute a comment like this. I'm going to execute my select query now. It's showing the full addresses, right? For all the addresses, see after the space, my state was there. After the space, my state is there. Canada, Florida, and MD. Okay. So here, what is my need is I need to retrieve the state alone from my whole address. This is what my task. I no need to display all the address. Instead of that, I need to display only the state. Here for the first row, I need to display CA alone. For the second row, I need to display FL alone. And for the third row, I need to display MD. Okay. So here, what I have mentioned, you see, this is my first step. Okay, first to order to achieve this state alone. Okay, sorry, CA is for California, right? So here for to retrieve this state alone from my whole input, I need to my the step one is I need to retrieve the position number of comma, because after comma only we have some space, and after only my original state and all starting here. So by using instr function, okay, I'm going to achieve this. Going to retrieve the position number of comma. As I already said in the previous slide, what is instr function is nothing but it will retrieve the position number of the word whatever we have given in the second argument. So I'm going to execute the query now. Select instr full address from addresses. So it will give 14. For the first column, 14 is in the 14th position, comma is there. For the second column, at the 12th position, comma is there. In order to see this in a proper way, you can include this column for displaying. So see here now, the 14th position comma is there here, and for the second row the comma is there in the 12th position, and for the third row the comma is there in the 21st position. Okay, now this is my first step. Okay, I retrieve the position number of a comma. Okay, now in the next step I need to get the content after the comma. for all the columns. Okay, this is what my next step. For example, see here Santa Barbara is there, right? So in the Santa Barbara I need to retrieve the content from here to here. Okay, including the comma also. Okay, here to here. This is what my next step. First I retrieve the position number of a comma, then by using the substring I need to retrieve the remaining part. If you forgot the substring function, please see that substring function video. Okay, here also for to understand you better I have going to include this column. Now if I execute this query, okay, just I have included substr before this instr function, that's it. Okay, so see the query properly. Previously I have used instr here, right? I just copied this and paste it here. That's it. I sub-str, first argument you have to give the original string, right? That's why I given this column as my original string, and in the second argument I just giving the position number of comma by using this function instr function. So what happened means sub-str function will take the input of full address as my original string, and this is nothing but this is what the result we have seen in the previous video, in the previous query, right? instr. So it will give some number, that number should be replaced here for each and every row. So what happened means your substr function will return the substring, okay, like this. After comma CA56. So for the second row also, after comma whatever the word is there, the same thing is displaying here, and for the third row also. And for the next thing is I'm going to, so here you can see my need is I need to return only 4 characters. Right now I am fetching only 4 characters from this output. I'm just fetching comma and C and space A. How many characters is there? Comma is my first character, then second character is some space, and C and A is there. So I am going to fetch this part alone. For this row, this part alone. This part alone, these 4 characters. So first 4 characters for each and every row. This is what my next step. See how I frame the query for that. I just given the same thing only, substring full address. Here also the same instr, but here I have just included comma 4. That's it. This is what I have given here. So what does it mean is my substr function, now I have the 3 argument. The first argument is full underscore address, and my second argument is the position number of a comma, okay, then 4. What is the meaning of third argument? As you already know, it will return the 4 characters from this position number. Okay, so when I execute this query, I got the 4 characters. Now my final target is I need to remove this first 2 letters, right? So to remove this first 2 letters, I can wisely do one thing. Here it will giving the position number of comma, right? Instead of giving the position number of comma, I'm just giving +2 here. Okay, so what it will show means it will show the position number of our state, okay, where it's getting started. If I change +2, okay, now I can able to retrieve my exact state for each column. And here also I am just telling my oracle, from that position please pick the 2 numbers alone. So if you given plus 2 means your cursor will come here. From your input, if you give plus 2, INSTR of plus 2, comma. So from the it will give the position number of a comma, and after comma it will go the cursor is moved 1 and 2, and now the cursor will be at the letter C. Okay, so from the letter C, okay, I'm just telling pick the two letters. That's what I have mentioned here. So that's why for each and every state I have only two letters, right? So that's why I have given 2 here. Now I am going to execute the query. See, I successfully retrieved. 1 minute. I can include this column also to customize our output. For each and every row, I successfully retrieved the respective state separately. So here I have used nesting function concept. Why means inside my sub str I have used instr function. So this is the best example of nesting function. So in the next lesson we are going to see other functions in Oracle.